What's up guys, and welcome to episode number 10 of Rowett Returns. I'm so happy to have got this far. Really enjoy making this series as well. And on the 10th episode, we've made a humongous cock up the Charlton game, as you can see here, which we lost 2-0. We'll go into more detail. Basically, the file type was corrupt when it came to editing and I couldn't use it, so I had to kind of go back and we're going to have to go into the game itself. I'll show you the goals, talk you through the game, and then obviously we'll have a bit of a bumper episode to make up for it. So basically we lost 2-0. I'll show you the first goal from George Tuckerdin. He scored in literally the first 50 seconds, I think it was. We didn't have any of the game. As you can see at the bottom there, the Charlton stats, they had 55% of possession to our 45, but that was up around the 60% mark for quite a long period. Literally not a lot happening. We didn't get anything going. As you can see at the bottom there on the timeline, the lighter bits, there's only about 4 of them where the attacks are. None of them were ours. So there was the first goal. It was a good save, to be honest. I don't have to view goals just because I can't find his name. Anyway, so you've seen the first, and then the second one's this one. And Shinnie clears it. We don't get it away, and then Robinson, he does well. Sorry, gets far, and Goodmanson, great save again from Randolph. Felt a bit sorry for him, but there you go. You can see 19 shots to our 11. 11 shots isn't bad for a game, but when only 2 of them are on target, you're never going to do well compared to our 7. And then the clear-cut chance is 4 to our 0, which that is a big concern. So basically, what we've done now, we've got Bolton at home, then Blackburn away. So we're going to play definitely both of them games, and then possibly the next one. Just try and get this series moving along a bit, because obviously 10 episodes in, and we're not particularly far in the season. Obviously, we're going to start looking at acquisitions for January, maybe a couple of episodes' time, nearly. We're going into the tactics. I'll show you how we're going to rock. I've set the team up because we've got Mark Duffy back. I basically got rid of the whole squad, changed little bits. David Edgar and Packwood are going to be the back centre-back partnership. Caddis, Hancock's either side. We've got that little 3 in the midfield, which I like, which is Spearing, Davis and McLeod. But then we're going to go with Cottrell. We're going to give him another chance. Just because he's got Donaldson up front this time and he's got Duffy on the other side, so hopefully they're going to pull some strings. Duffy's only got 9% fitness, so whether he'll manage to last the whole game, I'm not sure, but hopefully if we can get a lead we might be able to bring him off. But this Bolton side, they're doing well themselves. They're 10th in the table. They're going to be looking to probably jump us if they beat us at St Andrews. We're coming off the back of 2 straight defeats. Let's see if Bolton can jump us 16 points for our 17. So yeah, there's quite a few teams there all on 17. So they can all go ahead of us if we lose, but hopefully we won't be looking at the loss, we'll be looking at the win. Let's have a look at this. Go out and give the fans their money's worth, and I'm going to tell the players that I believe in them, because we need to really turn this around, especially Clayton Donaldson. He's started 2, 1 goal, 1 assist, but we really needed to get into his stride now and go ahead, start scoring some goals. It's going to be great to get Duffy back, which means we can have that kind of balance. I've always felt we're a bit slightly one-sided in terms of the wingers. We've either had Cottrell and Damari Gray or something like that. Shinnie played well for a few games and then went off the boil a little bit. So hopefully in this game we're going to have a more balanced attack and we can attack from both sides. And just to say that, I was about to do the outro to that part and it looks like Cottrell's got injured. So much for that theory, which I just talked about for a couple of minutes. But Shinnie's going to come on. He's more than capable. As I said, he went off the boil a little bit, but hopefully now can be his time to shine, because especially if Cottrell's out for a while, we're going to need him. So Blues have got Donaldson off the pitch at the moment, so if we do manage to get the ball, we're not going to be able to go very far. But Lee Chung-Young, it's going to be a case of riding this one out and hoping that Donaldson doesn't come on at a stupid time and play everyone onside. But Davis only as far as Caddis, and Shinnie's in there. Moxie already on a booking and he went in quite hard. Ream would just stay where you are, Donaldson. Don't you dare come back on and play everyone onside. But here's Rob Hall. It's whipped in. Oh, it's banged off the bar. And Mason's still there. Mason skins 2. Back across to Rob Hall. And then brought a great save by Randolph. And it's cleared away. We could do with Donaldson back on to try and defend this corner. But the referee is not letting him on, which isn't great. But Caddis wins the ball at the front post. And Blue's got to try and get out now. Donaldson is on the move. And he looks like he's going to be okay. And here is Caddis trying to run through the whole team. Never going to work. Donaldson, I'm worried about him coming on at the wrong time, but luckily that's not going to matter anymore. It's a chance for Blues right on half time. Great time to score if we can. Davis gets the ball inside the box. McLeod's there. He tries a banger. And McLeod again. It falls back to him and Birmingham have a lead. McLeod has been a really good signing this season. And he's the man that bangs one into the top corner and puts Blues ahead. Just coming into half-time, but perfect time to score. And it looks like we are going to get into half-time here. Just see out. And yeah, there we go. Half-time, and that's... Well, it wasn't the greatest of first halves. One attack each. But the main thing is that we have a lead. Now, we've got a bit of a decision to make because we've got Duffy, who now is down to 80% fitness, and we don't want to lose him straight away. So it's whether I bring Damari Gray on. I'm going to bring Damari Gray on. It's a bit of a risk now because Shinny's been hot and cold. Damari Gray's a youngster, and Donaldson's only played 2 games before today, so this could really, really stifle our attacking play. But here's a chance though, if we can keep possession. Spearing against his former club, gives it to McLeod. He skins one, and he's finding a bit of space for himself. Find David Davis, he could get a dig off, but he sides against it, and he's lost possession. And now, can Bolton come away on a bit of a break? Matt Mills, the attack's slowed down quite a bit, and I think he's panicked there, Matt Mills, and Hancock has collected the ball. I like that we're calm in possession quite usually, but it does occasionally catch us out. Randolph with a big clearance forward. And there's Caddis. If he can find a ball to Shinny, Shinny's going to look to try and get down this line. Can he beat Moxie? Moxie's on a booking, remember, so he can't tackle him. And he's into Clayton Donaldson. It falls to Damari Gray, and Damari Gray bangs one off the bar. Oh, Damari Gray there, nearly with his 2nd of the season. Here comes again. Damari Gray gets possession, finds McLeod. Davis, nice little bit of football from Blues. And Damari Gray now with a chance to run at his man. Don't lose possession, he doesn't, and Blues can work it back across the pitch, and they've found some space. And here's Clayton Donaldson, and he sent the keeper the wrong way somehow. Clayton Donaldson puts Birmingham 2 goals to the good, and this is now turning into a great home day at St Andrews. So I just brought McLeod off Doyley, and we've pushed Edgar into that kind of role, just because he was lacking in fitness, and I don't want to get another injury, because for some reason we seem to be picking up injuries left, right and centre. But we're still playing quite nice football here. Here's Edgar himself. Can he make a move on the goal? That was quite neat and tidy. Finds Caddis, and a chance for him to whip a ball in. He's found Shinny inside the box, and chance again, it falls to Caddis. Can Blues finally get a ball into the box? They're fanning around with it. And Shinny finally does, and it bounces around. Cleared away. Spearing, going to rebuild. It's nice because it's just wave after wave, and we're 2-0 up, so they're enjoying this Blues. Hancock's, can he square one across? Oh, look at that lovely ball across, and no one's there to tap it in. So here we go, the 2 minutes of additional time. We've been absolutely brilliant today. I've really enjoyed the performance from the lads. They've kept possession nicely, and we have got some young players in there as well. You look at the like of Hancock's and Packwood, sorry. They've been playing quite well recently, and another clean sheet. As long as we can see out these remaining seconds, which we do, that's another good clean sheet. And we've got Hancock's and Packwood at the back, so that's 2 defensive players that we can look to grow as well, which is always nice. Very happy with the performance. Clayton Donaldson actually played an 8.3, so we'll praise him after the game for that performance. And Paul Caddis as well. He's the man that kind of goes unnoticed quite a lot. But we'll praise them after the game personally, just because it's always nice for them to feel like they've contributed to the team. And I don't want to be accused of not speaking to my players, which I always seem to see, and I don't really understand it. That's one of them, you know, when you go on your profile. But we're 20 points from 12 games now. That is a really good return, I think. And all of a sudden we're pushing back towards the top of the table. Middlesbrough are absolutely racing away. They beat Brighton again 2-0. So yeah, I'm going to go... Oh, let's have a look at the Cottrell injury actually. 4 to 5 weeks. We just can't get a break. We get one back and we lose another one. At least they're not out at the same time. But yeah, it's time for Shinny to pick up McLeod. Impressive. So we're going to speak to him. He's just been playing really, really well recently. Praise player. Praise recent form. Your form has... You're dramatically... I just want to say you're playing well. I mean, I'll just about get away with saying that. But just what I wish you could just say you played well. But Caddis, oh, he's not playing in goal. Let's have a word with him as well. Praise player, praise last game. Oh, passing was a joy to behold. That was not what I wanted to say. Last performance did impress me, but can't wait to see it. Okay, so I've absolutely cocked up there. But he's still happy just because he played really well. And then Clayton, we've got to try and give this lad some confidence, because he's going to be the one that we're going to need to absolutely bang in the coming weeks. So let's have a look at the schedule and see. We'll definitely get the Blackburn game, and I might just squeeze the Bournemouth one, because that would leave a big ding-dong derby against Wolves Wolves away on the 1st of November, and we're creeping up to the same period that Blues are at real life. They've just literally, after the Bournemouth game, they lost 8-0 that in real life Blues, and then they played Wolves, Watford and Cardiff. They drew to Wolves, beat Watford, and then drew to Cardiff, so they're on a bit of a run in real life Blues themselves. But I think we've already surpassed the amount of points they've got just from our own run. We've only drawn a couple of games, some good win to loss ratio. So now we've got to try and build, and hopefully we can try and build this sort of run again, because this is obviously a cup. So if you take that out there, take that one out, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game unbeaten run. And if we can try and replicate something like that, that'd be amazing. So we'll skip through, get to the Blackburn game, and I think it's going to be a pretty unchanged side, except for the fact that Cottrell's going to have to come out. So here we are, guys, at the Blackburn game. Away to Blackburn. It's a night game, so we must be in the middle of the week. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a Tuesday night game. I don't think it's on the box. Let's have a little look. No, it's a full round of fixtures. We can actually go up to 3rd if we win the game, and of course you can go down as far as, like, God knows how far you can go down. I did actually have a look because I don't know. Zigic commented on something basically saying Cadiz has been playing well, and I had a look at him. He hasn't actually gone to a club yet, and his finishing is pretty decent. His first touch is decent. His composure is decent. He brings people into play. He's determined. He's got good teamwork. His heading is 11, yet he's 6 foot something. So I just think he could be the sort of player that we could bring back and would really spark the season. It could mean that we might have to get rid of Nicky Maynard, who's actually played well. So this is going to be a decision over the episode. So if you comment down below, Zigic or Maynard, I'll create a straw poll as well, and we can decide who to go with, because I think that Zigic, I'm just saying, he might not even get his work permit. He might not be able to afford him, and I don't want to get rid of Maynard and then not get Zigic. So it's going to literally have to be a case of I've offered Zigic a contract, and his contract is nowhere near the wages that it was before. He wanted absolutely ludicrous wages before, but this is the offer I've made him, 4.3k. Now that could be covered by the, this is if the board decide to let me have it this way. They don't always do it, do they? That'd be covered by the 4.5 that Nicky Maynard's getting. So does that mean that it evens out? I'm not sure. Nicky Maynard has been pretty much a bench player since Clayton Donaldson's come back, but so is Wes Thomas. It's harsh on Wes Thomas. He started the season so well. But anyway, we've got this big game against Blackburn. We can't get distracted. We're going to pretty much the same team except for the Cottrell situation, because I think we've actually played really well against Bolton. So hopefully we can take that forward into the Blackburn game. So we're 2 minutes into the game, and I assure you this isn't the kick-off attack, and the ball comes forward, and Donaldson, good header down to Duffy. Yeah, I didn't have much of a chance to shine the last game, but we won 2-0, so we obviously done okay. Blues keeping the ball in the midfield nicely, and Clayton's getting himself involved early on, which I like to see. He's dropped a bit deeper than I'd like him. Hopefully if he can push on into the box now, Cadiz can whip something in. Instead he finds Jay Spearing. Jay Spearing pulls one back to Clayton Donaldson, and it falls to Davis. He takes on one. Duffy, oh, it's a poor shot in the end, but Blues really, really good worker in the second minute. You wouldn't mind seeing that. Shinnie with a free kick. Oh, it's an absolute screamer. I was hardly looking. I was looking at something else. And then Shinnie with a 30-yarder. Absolute screamer from Shinnie. Oh, it's an absolute beauty of a free kick to put us 1-0 up. Spearing's got a chance here for Blues. Cadiz is down injured though, so don't get hit down that right hand side. As long as you pull back. Spearing, he was looking to pull back, to be fair to the lad. Here's Hancock's though. It's dangerous because they don't really want us to go forward, but if we don't go forward, they're going to come forward, and they have won it, and now we've got to make sure we don't get caught out. Davis, go on, you can win. That's 2 of you there, and Davis does win it. He finds Clayton Donaldson, great little play, and Shinnie, oh, that's a big miss, but he has scored a 30-yarder today, so I can kind of forgive him. Half time at the Ewood Park, and we've got ourselves a lead, so just need to stay calm and don't get complacent. It's been good first half. Cadiz has got 69% fitness, so we're going to bring Eardley on. It's a simple swap. It shouldn't affect the balance of the team or anything like that. So that's a pretty straightforward decision to make. But we've been linking well up front, and hopefully we can just counter the attack of Blackburn if they try to come forward. We've got a lot of pace there, and Damari Gray might even find his way onto the pitch later on. So the ball does come forward. Olsen knocks it back to Steele. And if Blues can get under it, no, it's going to fall to Gadest. And here they go now. They can put something together. We get a chance to work something from the back here, Blackburn, and they're passing it quite nicely. And Gadest gets it. If we can nick the ball off there, it'd be nice. But no, Jordan Rowett, he hasn't looked his usual goal-scoring self, but I'm sure if he fancies it, he'll pop up at some stage. Gadest, oh, it's a flick on header out of absolute nowhere, and Rudy Gadest gets his first goal of the season. Now, where has that come from? Blues fans look. The Blues players look a little. I don't think he was offside. He was nowhere near offside. So I don't know what they're complaining about, but we find ourselves back level. Hancock's got the ball in a good area. Find Davis. Give it back. He'll put a ball in. He does. McLeod. Oh, McLeod! It's an absolute screamer of a finish. And that lad scored 5 this season now. The lad that's come from Scotland down to the Championship, and he's absolutely banging for Blues this season. We have a 2-1 lead. Oh, it's a chance to pump one in. Get a head on it, Blues. He does, good lad. And let's go for Eardley. Can't get there. And the ball's bouncing around. Packwood and Rhodes. Oh, there he is. There's Rhodes. There's your man who's always going to pop up eventually and score. It's his 8th goal of the season. And Jordan Rhodes has finally got his one against Blues, which we were just waiting to happen. Bit of a goal-scoring game now. And Randolph smashed the ball up to Shinnie, who's not exactly going to win that header, is he? But Marshall's going to come away, and we've got to be careful because Jordan Rhodes is back on a little march again. Got a bit of confidence in him now and finds Marshall. Marshall looking to play a ball into the box. We're waiting for that long ball and it falls low. And here's Jordan Rhodes again. He finds Gadest. He's offside surely. He's hit the bar though. And chance here, Blues can break. Oh, it's not going to let us break. Now we have possession, Spearing to McLeod. And I think if we get another lead, we're going to have to try and shore up the play. But Duffy into Donaldson, and oh, that was a big chance. Spearing has got one, and now he's not offside. No, Spear of an absolute screamer from 20 yards, and now we have got to look to try and see this game out, because I think we've been in the lead 3 times in this game and they've pegged us back both times. We're going to go more structured. Duffy's going to come back into a more normal left mid, and Shinnie's going to come back into a more of a right mid standard situation, and we've got to try and shore it up. Now, maybe bringing Edgar into that defensive midfield role and then putting Lloyd Doyley on, and McLeod's going to be the man to make way. I think that should hopefully shore us up a little bit. I think the game's actually going on in the background, so we've got to be a bit quick about this. Try and retain possession. I think that's all fine. We're going to confirm that, and hopefully we can hold on for the last 20 minutes and don't get pegged back again by Blackburn. Here's Eardley. Eardley finds Donaldson. Shinnie's inside the box. He's looking to find something. Eardley, and his ball's been nicked off him, and I was exactly trying not to get broken on, and this is exactly what's happened here. Blues have got absolutely caught. Edgar's behind the ball, but it falls to Jordan Rhodes. Eardley gets a challenge in, and there's Gadest, and absolutely pissed me off because that's such a stupid goal to concede, Blues. Exactly thing we were trying to avoid, not get caught high up the pitch. It's so infuriating. We're gonna have to go to the tactics and try and restructure our side back to the fluid kind of standard that we were. It's going to be very, very hard now. We're going to bring Damari Gray on, and hopefully his fresh legs can get at the Blackburn defence with 15 to go. So here's Blues from the kick-off, and they're just giving it all. I don't understand what is going on here. Gadest now, and we're going to lose this if we're not careful, because we've totally lost our heads with 15 minutes to go. Henley with a great ball in. Doyley, that's a really, really important stop from Lloyd Doyley. And now, hopefully, Blues can find a way to come forward. It's Donaldson against 4 men. If we manage to score from here, it'd be impressive. And that sums up our day. And we're down to 10 men now as well, because Eardley's got injured, which means they're going to probably just drop Edgar into the right-back position, bring Damari Gray back, and hopefully kind of shore ourselves up. We've got 3 minutes to hold on. And we're down to 10 men. So this game has really, really taken a turn for the worse. All sorts of things have gone wrong. We've blown 3 leads, and we've got to try and hold on for 3 minutes if we can. Ball smashed away. See, this is what we should have been playing like when we just taken the lead 3-2 with 15 minutes to go. Kilgan's going to bring the ball back forward for Blackburn and nodded down. I think this is going to see it out, and we're going to manage to actually get a point. It's lucky because that was a good ball through, but We have managed to get a point. It's a good point away at Blackburn, but when you've been in the lead 3 times, I'm happy with the performance because we played well. It's just elements like defensively we were poor, but you can't really have a go for drawing to a good Blackburn side at Blackburn. So we'll take that, and I think we're going to do one more episode, the Bournemouth at home game, simply because we lost that 8-0 in real life. At home to Bournemouth we lost 8-0, yeah I know. So we're going to go and try and better that. If we lose 8-0, I might as well resign. Early's out for 3 weeks. He hasn't really been playing, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Slightly gutting, but another injury. Your team is listed as one of the most proficient tackling outfits in the league. Is this something your players take pride in? Well, we have got players that like a tackle. If it means we're winning the ball, I suppose. The match certainly entertained our fans, but it was more of a stressful experience for managers. It wasn't a good one for the managers. Obviously, you don't like your side conceding goals, but Jadeste's one was sensational. Yeah, it was a fantastic strike. How important a role will Edijida Mbunga play after signing his new contract? Can we see to cite him? He's okay, but he's not. See, we get all these players that come in. He ain't going to do anything, is he? He's got potential. Really good SK. Had a great performance. I hold my hands up. He was too good for us today. He was pretty decent, to be fair. When I saw him in the side at the start of the game, I was like, he's going to cause us problems, and he did. But we should, we scored 3 goals in that game. If you score 3 goals in a game, you should win the game, is my kind of feeling about that. And we blown through 3 leads. So, but we were saying, let's try and build an unbeaten run. And we've got Bournemouth at home now, so that's a chance to continue this, to make it a 3-game beaten run. If we can just put little spells together in the season, that's going to help. So we're going to skim through to the Bournemouth game and go from there. So a few things happened this week. We had Zigic, his move, he accepted the contract. His move was delayed due to a work permit, so we had to wait till 25th of October. You'll see the result of that in a second. And then Will Packwood has got injured. He's out for 7 to 10 days. Just getting flipping boring. Let's have a look at the injury table for the season. Okay, it could be worse. You could be Rotherham. But we've got to be up here. Jesus. Oh no, we're down to 3 now. We've only got the 3 injuries. They all seem to come to key players. One of them got Scott Parker out injured there. McFarlane's injured as well. We go through a few of these. Zigic was rejected, so we've appealed. And then if we fail, we have to wait another 120 days, which is what, 30, 60, 4 months before we can lodge another appeal. Which I don't. The thing I don't get with work permits is, I'm sure you'll all tell me the reason, but you look at his career stats. He's played in Europe. He's played for Valencia. He played at Blues for 4 years. He only stopped playing last year, and now he can't get a work permit. What? I don't understand. What has he been doing for the last 4 years in England playing football then? He can't get a work permit. I don't understand what's changed in that short period of time, but hey ho, we're going into the Bournemouth game, and apparently they're defensively vulnerable, according to my scout report, Bournemouth, and they are down in 15th place. I like some of the Bournemouth players as well. I actually did look at the start of the season at signing Mark Pugh on the right hand side, but obviously we had Cottrell. I tell you what, now I might try something a bit controversial. I wonder how much we could exchange Cottrell. Let's see if this would work. We're going to go and have a look at Cottrell. Because it's doing my head in, to be honest. They're about the same value as well. Exchange Cottrell. How much do you say? It's 1.3. So if we offer 200k, not £2. Not that I haven't got 200k, so you're just going to offer that and just see what they say. I'm not going to suggest it, I'm just going to offer it. And then we could possibly butter it up later on. In terms of goals for Bournemouth this season, struggling a little bit. Callum Wilson, he's their main goal threat, but he actually got 66% fitness, so hopefully we won't be seeing him today. And Jan Kermagrat, he's also injured, so that really, really bodes well for us. They have got Brett Pittman, but he's not as clinical as some of the other players they've got. Ryan Fraser, he looks like he could be useful on the right hand side, not the most amazing stats. And then Matt Ritchie, he's a good player as well on the right hand side. So who they'll play out of them two, I'm sure we're about to find out. I was just going to try and get to the tactics. Calm down, Manchester. I'm not going to try and play without a centre back. We're going to put Lloyd Doyley in there, quite a standard fit back in, and we put Hall back on the bench because he's a centre back as well. In terms of going forward, this is all messed up. McLeod should be there. Spearing should be there. Duffy's got 88%. He's still struggling to get back, but I haven't got Cottrell, so you're going to have to play, unless I wanted to play Maynard, which I don't. So this is what we're going to go with. We're going to rock this. I'm tempted to put Wes Thomas on, possibly in the second half, but we're home against Bournemouth, and I really fancy us in this game. They've got 2 big players out, so hopefully we can go. And yeah, they're just commenting there. The Colonel Arthur Dixon, big misses they are for Bournemouth. They've actually gone with Fraser on the right hand side. Matt Ritchie's going to come into this kind of cam role, but they're playing 3 at the back, which is interesting and dangerous. I haven't seen this lad before though, Lasad, and he is useful, very useful. So we're going to have to watch out for him, and they're going to play Ranty up front as well, and he's quite quick as well. So I don't know where they've got these from. Hang on, let's have a look. Have they recently bought them in? No, they bought them in at the start of the season. At the start of last season they bought him in. He scored 1 goal in 8 games. And Lasad, who I really like the look of that Lasad, they got him on a free, and he's only played 4 games for him, and he's created an assist. So it'll just be our luck for him to get off the score sheet right at the start. But I'm going to be assertive with the favourites here. I want them to go out and impress me. Faith to make the difference. Midfield, faith. I always do this, just say, got faith in you. You know, we've had 4 points out of possible 6 in the last 2 games. Home to Bournemouth, I really fancy us, and hopefully we won't lose the 8-0 that they lost in real life. 2 minutes in, and here is the lad Lasad. I really like him. He does look like a decent player. Like I said a second ago, I can just see him scoring. But here they come. He finds Lasad. Doyley, good clearance away, and Shinny's on a bit of a chase here. And this could be Shinny's ball. Shinny does get there. Inspirational from Shinny, but after you do all the hard work, just put it in the net, son. We've got a corner, and we've got our own corner set piece. Whether this will work, I don't know. It's out to the edge of the box. Duffy, Davis, the ball is... they've kind of thrown it away a bit, I think. It's not going to... No, it wasn't the smoothest corner set piece. Oh, dink back in, though. He's offside. But it's a good start from Blues. Good start. And it's looking like it's going to carry on as well. Campy knocks it forward. Hancock wins a header down to Duffy. Go on, skin a man, Duffy. Get down that left side. Go on. See if he can beat him. A whip across in. He's stuck with his man well, the defender there. And it's falling on. And then you just thought McLeod was going to tap in for his 6th for the season. But no. Spearing regains the ball. And McLeod picks it up again. Nice little playmaker, this lad. He finds Shinny. Shinny, lovely ball out to Caddis. And now another chance to whip one in. And Shinny with a head on. Oh, good header from Shinny, and he's banged one off the bar. And Blues, after 4 minutes, have really taken the game to Bournemouth. Probably not the best idea, just thinking about it, to offer for Pugh right before the game, as that's probably filtered through to him that there's been a transfer offer for the lad. But anyway, the ball's come through, and here's Clayton Donaldson. Oh, we just can't finish our chances at the moment, but we started this first 15 minutes really well. We've got another corner, and Duffy's going to take it, and he finds Caddis on the edge of the area. Caddis dinks. It's a simple pass to Donaldson. The set piece is just not quite working at the moment. Possibly need to change Caddis to someone who's got good passing, because Donaldson's in and around the right area. But that ball's come in, and I tell you what, we have to be careful, because Bournemouth even nearly nicked one against the run of the play there. So Danny Pugh's got the ball in a good area here. Just for him to cross the ball in. He finds... Oh, Lasad was in there, that little git. Spearing knocks it away though, and Duffy, go on, son. Oh, Duffy nearly gets there in front of Francis. And then we would have had a bit of a break on against their 3 at the back. But we seem to be okay at the moment. We seem to be just about coping with the fact that they've got more men in midfield. But here's okay, and he's got a chance to have a dig. He finds Lasad, and that's a good ball. And he's got to be offside. Surely he's offside. He's not offside. And Takolo Rante has actually scored for Bournemouth. So against the run of play. I thought he was offside, but none of the Blues players are appealing for it. And that has got to be the most against the run of play goal that we've had this season. So 2 minutes of additional time. And they've got a chance here, Bournemouth, to double their lead. Right? Oh, they've doubled their lead. Oh, no. We've got a right game on our hands to try and get back into this. And maybe we'll lose it 8-0. Hard to lose it from that much from here. But it's just it's so frustrating, because we played so well at the start of the game. We didn't take our chances, and I'm not happy with the performance in the slightest. I think what we're going to try and do is go back to kind of like a 4-4-2 and get Nicky Maynard up front with Donaldson, and then bring Wes Thomas on for Donaldson because he missed a shitload of chances. So that's 2 subs we've made already. That's not too bad. I mean, if we can get Nicky Maynard as like a target man, and then Wes Thomas as kind of a poacher type role, it's what we're going to have to go with for the second half. We're going to have to be aggressive. Going to be more direct. Kind of pump the ball into the box. Like much higher tempo than what we were playing at as well. Close down more. And just go for it, I think. So that's just about typical. You managed, what, 3-4 minutes, and Nicky Maynard's having to come off. So I literally don't. Gonna have to try and work something here. Shinny's gonna have to come in behind the striker, and then we're gonna have to bring Damari Gray on and put him on the right hand side. It's not ideal, and obviously that's gonna really mess with how we were gonna play this game. But got to go for it. We've got to still try and find a way to get back into it, score some goals. Chance for Randolph to absolutely smash one forward, and Coelho wins the ball, but McLeod's going to pick it back up for Blues. He finds Caddis. Can Caddis find a ball inside? He does. Finds Damari Gray. Come on, Damari. Come on, Damari. Have a little bit of a run across there. That's a lovely ball. Mitch Hancock. Lovely ball into Duffy as well. This is a chance for Blues. Damari Gray's at the back post. Really good from Blues. Move started and finished by Damari Gray, but Duffy with a superb assist, and we have half an hour now to get back into this game. Just really struggling to get anything together here, and finally in the 88th minute Wes Thomas has managed to pick up possession, and here's McLeod. He finds a lovely ball into Shinny. It's behind Damari Gray. Oh, Damari! Oh, Damari Gray in the 89th minute could have come an absolute hero if he'd have managed to equalise there, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to peg Bournemouth back. But the Maynard situation with him getting injured right after half time has really cost us, I think. And yeah, 25 seconds to go, you're not really looking. Oh, Shinny though, no. Why hasn't Shinny had a dig? He scored a couple of weeks ago from 30 odd yards, and this time he's decided, no, I'm not going to have a dig. But here's Duffy and he's offside. Ah, it's a waste, another waste. And we've lost at home to Bournemouth. At least we didn't lose the 8-0. I'm not happy. Not happy at all, but there were elements of that game where we played really well. We started really nicely. Damari Gray was a shining light when he came on. We're down to 7th place. We played 14. We got 21 points. So we are still in and around the playoffs, which is where we want to be. You know, we want to be in the mix at the end of the season. That's going to be the last game we're going to play in the episode. But what I do want to do... has he been rejected? No, we've reappealed. So that can still happen. Spearing set for a wage rise. Oh Jesus, how much did I pay him? Oh God, the things I had to do to sign him, and he's been a good player this season though. But let's go into the Championship, see if we can actually get the table to come up. We'll have a look at the table in slightly more detail if I can remember how to do it in these stages. So here is the table for the Championship. You've got Rotherham propping it up, and Fulham have not started the season well at all. They've got 9 points from 14 games. Blackpool, they were expected because they didn't have many players, but at least they're there and thereabouts. They win a game, they could jump like all the way up potentially to 16th position. Blues, we're just outside the playoff spots. You've got Forest, Charlton, Reading, Wigan in the playoff spots with Blues, Watford and Derby. Derby not doing as well as I thought they'd be doing this season. But you got Norwich, who are doing probably better than I thought they'd do this season, and Middlesbrough right at the top. They're still unbeaten. Middlesbrough are unbeaten. Wow, they haven't played us yet, have they? Have we played Middlesbrough? I'm really not sure if we played Middlesbrough. No, my luck, we'll be playing them. Oh yeah, we did. We played them in the open day of the season, didn't we? It's ridiculous. Yeah, we got absolutely battered. So we set the tone for Middlesbrough to go out there and lead the way. I think another nice thing to always do is have a look at the Premier League table, see how that's getting on. You got Aston Villa, our biggest rivals, at the top of it, which is slightly confusing. I don't know how they're doing that. Let's have a look at some of the transfer history, because there must be some sort of black magic in there somewhere. So Jonathan Walters, this lad, and that lad, he's decent to be fair. 30 years old though. Bit of a risk to take. Did they sell anybody? Oh, Ron Vlaar went, so they lost their best striker. They lost Darren Bent to Leicester. So yeah, switched it up a bit there. Is it still yeah, still Paul Lambert in charge of Villa. They've started really well. They've got Christian Benteke, of course. He's worth 20 million. He's wanted. Let's see if we can find out who he's wanted by. He's wanted by Tottenham, but it'd be a bit of a sideways move for him at this stage, with Villa actually leading the Premier League. You've got Arsenal down in 10th, Liverpool in 8th, Tottenham 7th, our feeder club, well, our senior athletic club, Manchester United in 6th place, who I'm looking to get rid of because I didn't like them. Down the bottom, another Midlands rivals who are yet to win. West Brom, they're bottom of the table. They've only got the 3 points, 3 draws. Burnley and Stoke. And Southampton, you know, they're on fire in real life. Obviously not in this game, but I don't know, that's a weird, interesting table. I wonder how Sakho's doing for West Ham, because he's obviously one of the big players that's done well this season. He's played, let's have a look if we can find it. He's played 1 game, 3 off the bench, scored 3 goals, so he looks pretty decent. Their biggest threat though is Marazarati, ex-Blue Nose himself. Oh, look at them stats. Jeez, he's a good player he was. And when he was at Birmingham, he scored 4 in 14, which I thought he scored more than that, but he was very useful. I can tell you that when he was young at Blues then. So that's going to be the end of the episode. We're going to go through this just very, very quickly. I don't really want to talk. Is this ESPN again? Because if it's ESPN, I'm going to kick off. No, I don't like answering questions ESPN after what happened. West Thomas didn't have much luck in front of goal. He's snatched his chances a bit, but that's because he hasn't been playing. So there's only the 2 questions. We have got a big game against Wolves away next week, which will obviously be in tomorrow's episode. So we'll probably get the Wolves, Watford and Cardiff game. Probably going to go to 3 episodes. Of course, on the 28th, which will be before the Wolves game, we'll find out about Nikola Zigic. So what I'm going to do is, as we come to the end of the episode, in the straw, there's going to be a straw poll down below. If you click the link, it's literally, you don't have to sign up or anything, just click the answer that you want, and then you press vote, and then there's the results afterwards. You can go and have a look at them. What we're going to do is we're going to put Zigic or Maynard. Which one would you prefer? Obviously, we might not get Zigic, so this is all depending on whether the work permit comes in. But it'd be really nice to see what you guys think of Nicky Maynard and what you think of the potential of bringing Nikola Zigic back. He's only going to be on a 1-year deal. So yeah, let me know. Thanks for the support. We made it to 10 episodes. How many? Sorry, just very, very quickly. So we've done 14 games in 10 episodes. So yeah, it's quite a long way to go. So we're probably gonna have to speed it up slightly just to try and get through, so it's a bit more interesting. Long episode today, bit of a bumper episode, a bit of an apology for the Charlton game. So we got 4 points out of a possible 9, which obviously isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Thank you very much. Please rate, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've really enjoyed doing this series and I hope you guys are too. So until tomorrow, thank you very much guys. See you later.